Gosh. All right. Hi, I'm Paul from the Studio Rats. Ever since I've got the Boss GT-1000, I've been really blown away by it. And to be honest, when I come in the studio and I need to record some guitar, it's normally the first thing that I plug into. Now, the Boss GT-1000 core has some limitations to its big brother, the GT-1000. Now, the processing inside the GT-1000 core is exactly the same as the GT-1000, the big brother, but the connectivity of the core just means that it's lacking a couple of ins and outs. And there's some things that I want to do with the GT-1000 core. I not only want to run it inside the studio where I'm DIing straight out of the outputs and going into an interface, I also want to be able to plug it straight into an amplifier to take out for live, and also maybe split it into two different amplifiers. Because of the lack of connectivity on it, and what I mean by that is the loops that are on it, what we can do on this is to plug two different sets of guitar pedals into it and then change the order around of where they are inside the chain on the GT-1000. Now, what I want to be able to do is to plug a variety of different pedals into this unit and then change the order around. So for instance, I might have a compressor at the start of the chain in one session, and I might then have a distortion at the start of the chain, the compressor later on. And maybe I want to change the order of my overdrive pedals. Now, I can't really do that with the GT-1000 core. So, and that's why I'm going to connect it up to a Boss ES-8 to expand not only my studio rig, but my live rig as well. So in this video, I'm going to explain what I'm going to do and what a Boss ES-8 is. So for those of you that don't know what a Boss ES-8 is, it's an effect switching system. It's basically a looper pedal. Now, it's not a looper pedal as we would think a traditional looper pedal is, where you push the button on the pedal, it records something and then plays it back to you. It's not like that. It's a looper, as in you can loop all of these different pedals into this and then switch them in and out. So for instance, I'm going to have my compressor here into number 1, this compressor here into number 2, and I'll explain at some point in another video why I use 2 compressors. This black eye boost is going to go into number 3. That's going to go number 4, 5, 6, 7. It's going to be the GT-1000, and 8 is going to be the MXR reverb. Now, all of these pedals are going to be switched on, and we can switch each of these pedals individually in and out the signal chain by pushing these buttons here. We can also set up patches, which are different combinations and order of these pedals, and we can change them by turning on and off these buttons here. Now, not only that, but we can also internally change the order of these pedals. So everything's going to be wired up into the ES-8. But say, for instance, I want the Friedman to come before this black eye boost. I can push a couple of buttons and the Friedman in the signal chain will be coming before the black eye boost without me having to physically change around the order of these pedals. Now, the way that we normally plug pedals into each other is by taking the out of one pedal and plugging it into the in of another pedal. Now, that's great, and that's a legitimate way of doing stuff, but we can really clean up our guitar signal by plugging all of these pedals individually into each one of these loops. And that's going to preserve our guitar signal to get the best possible quality guitar signal going in and out of your guitar straight into your amplifier. Now, ever since I got the GT-1000 core, I've used it for lots of different situations where I can either just DI straight out of the GT-1000 and go into an interface, or I can plug the GT-1000 into an amplifier. I don't need the ES-8 to do that, but what I'd like to do is to incorporate the GT-1000 into my live set a lot more and use all of these guitar pedals with the GT-1000. Now, the GT-1000 does have a couple of inserts in it where you can plug pedals and then move them around the chain, but you've only got 2. Now, with the ES-8, I've now got the choice of having a further 7 different pedals which I can incorporate into the GT-1000 core. Now, loops number 1 to 6 are mono, so that's going to be perfect for the compressors, the overdrives, distortions, etc. Now, loop number 7 has got a mono send and a stereo return, so that's going to be perfect for the GT-1000. And loop number 8 is a stereo in, stereo out, so that's going to be great for this reverb. So that means that I can plug the GT-1000 into 7 and the reverb into number 8, and I can switch in this reverb in and out with the GT-1000 core. I've ordered some Boss solderless cables that's going to connect up all of these pedals into the ES-8. So I'm waiting for that to arrive. And also I've got a brand new pedal board coming from Alder and Ash, which is going to house all of these pedal boards. So in the next video, I'm going to be setting all that lot up. I really hope you guys got something out of this. If you did get something out of it, don't forget to like and subscribe and click on the bell button, and you'll be notified of any future video that comes out from the Studio Rats. In the next video, I'm going to be hooking all of these pedals up to the ES-8. I've got, as I said earlier in the video, an Alder and Ash pedal board coming, which is going to house the ES-8 and the GT-1000. And then we're going to wire everything up and get it all rigged up. And then I'm going to go through all the different sounds that you can achieve with the GT-1000 and the ES-8. I'm Paul, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.